Hello, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. It's time for Taroscopes again. I'm going to be doing the Taroscopes for the sign of Gemini. That's Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising for the month of February 2025. Before I get started, I'd like to welcome my new subscribers and welcome my Patreon patrons and my members on YouTube. Thank you so much for supporting my work. Before we get started with the astrology and the chart and the reading, the tarot reading, I will timestamp this so you can go back and forth from between the astrology and the reading, or jump ahead to the reading. But I do want to point out that we are in a 9 universal year vibration. That's the vibration of the entire year. This is a year of introspection. It's a year of sharing, shining your light, sharing your knowledge. Make sure your light's on so people can find you. People need to know what you have to offer and the wisdom that you can give them. It is a time of healing and tying up loose ends. There's also an energy of um, separating the wheat from the chaff. We're in the second month in February. The 2 vibration is the High Priestess. This is about secrets. Could be secrets revealed, could be secrets found out, could also be about staying silent, even though you know those secrets. But this is direct connection from source. Direct connection from source, right down the center of the tree of life. And when we add these 2 vibrations, we get the 11, which is the Justice card. So this is the energy, right, of the month. We have investigation, we have secrets, and we have justice. So that is the energy for the month of February. Let's look at the chart here. And as I said, you can always come back to this, or just skip ahead to the um, tarot reading. All right. Right. So we are looking at February for Gemini. Of course, Gemini is a mutable air sign known for its dual nature. Your ruler is Mercury. Your ruler is Mercury. Mercury is direct all month, guys. So that's good. Venus ingresses into Aries this month. That's the first thing, major thing that happens. Venus, the goddess of love, moving into the sign of the warrior. She's going to have a retrograde period. It's starting in March. So she is going to go retrograde at about 10 degrees of Aries. And then she's going to go back into Pisces and then go direct and then come back through Pisces to Aries. And come forward as the morning star, the morning Venus as a morning star, Venus in the eastern sky at sunrise. She is is more in line with her warrior nature when she's a morning star, and then add to it that Aries energy. Venus morning stars are willing to fight the good fight for sure. I have a Venus morning star. Barack Obama has a Venus an Aries morning star. Princess Diana had that. So there are a lot of people, a lot of warrior types out there with that. If you just look at this chart, let me continue here. Jupiter stations direct right in the center of your sign there. And so it's going to feel like maybe you can move forward on some things that you've had to sort of step back from. We have a full moon at 25 degrees of Leo. That full moon is going to be activating the axis of the mind. So it's going to be a very creative and a stimulating time for your minds. Mercury ingresses into Pisces. Then the sun follows suit by ingressing into Pisces. Mars stations direct. Mars, the planet of forward motion, moving backwards since the 6th of December. It was at 7 of Leo. It moved back into Cancer on January 6th. and goes direct on the 23rd of this month. So that is going to feel like things are finally moving forward. It is your house of resources. And so if you've been waiting for your resources to come in, once Mars goes direct, you'll move forward on that. But it's also, this is also kind of the house of hard work. So there's still hard work ahead, but at least you feel like you're moving forward. You can see that when you look at these charts, I put all the planets in whatever element they're in. So you notice there's a lot of water in this chart. Very little Earth, actually. The only Earth is Uranus and the south node of the moon, Uranus and Taurus. The sun starts the month in the ninth house. That's the house of truth and justice, as it were, philosophy of life, religion, higher education, and long distance travel. So there can be some of that. You have Pluto now there sitting for the next 19 years in the house of truth. So getting down to the truth of things, which for a Gemini is interesting because Gemini sees both sides of everything and brings up both sides of everything. And what is the truth? Truth is relative, really. It depends on who's telling it. That's the mental truth. And then there's the truth of like the natural law truths, which cannot be uh, toyed with, really. They're the rules you kind of have to go by. And part of those rules are the rules of karma, right? All right, so we do see a lot of energy in that 10th house, meaning that your you, your career may be a focus here for you, whether you want it to be or not. But there's a lot of energy in that 10th house, and so and a lot of water, so people could see you maybe more emotional than usual, right? Um, but this is this Pisces very sensitive energy to have it in the 10th house like that means that your feelers are out for what's going on in the world. And the world is a little bit of a crazy place. So while you want to take in the information, you're kind of an information junkie anyway, as a Gemini. Know that you need to make sure you're taking care of yourself at the same time. You do have a new moon at 10 degrees of Pisces that's in your house of career. It would be a good time to plant a seed perhaps for something new. Maybe even if there's a position that you would be interested in, that was say a step up, this might be the time to put in for it, because I think you would get it. I think you would get it. The North Node is now in that 10th house, moving through it, and so there's a lot of your energy, a lot of your evolution is going to be you putting yourself out there, quite frankly. All right, let's see. Here's Jupiter going direct in that first house. That's going to feel good. Mars going direct, of course, in the house of money is going to feel good as well. Um, we did have a Sun Pluto conjunction on the 21st of January, so that cycle starts again. And then, of course, the Sun making a conjunction to, oh, no, it's not going to make a conjunction to Neptune. In this month, it will make a conjunction to Saturn and to Mercury, I believe. It made a conjunction to Venus last month. So, but yeah, so a lot of energy, a lot of emotion, a lot of feeling, a lot of creativity. Uh, this is mass consciousness, guys. This is Pisces is mass consciousness. So, um, you will be noticed. You will be noticed this month. All right. So now we're going to do the tarot reading, and I'm going to use the um, I'm going to use the Thoth Deck for you guys. Like, what did I do wrong? Nothing. It's nothing. All right. Let's see if I can shuffle these up pretty quickly. The hardest ones to shuffle are the biggest stiff ones, and this one is big stiff one, even though I've had it for like 25 years. Go figure. All right. What does Gemini need to be aware of this month? Does Gemini need to be aware of this month? It's a very sensitive month. You do have to take care of yourself. Your antennas are going to be out there, as I said, and some of the stuff you're going to pick up is not going to be pleasant. So you want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself, your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health. We start with the Prince of Discs. All right. So this is the manifester here. This is the king who knows who's kind of in charge, really large and in charge, has lots of money, has lots of experience, knows how to manifest, is in the finest carriage. Let's see the challenge to that. Lovers, the Lovers card. This is your card, Gemini. This is your card. It's about choice. It's about choice. You're making a choice. All right. So the challenge is that you're making a choice around either business or around a person in business. Let's see. Let's see what's underneath it. Um, yeah, wow. So ruin. Something is coming to an end. Something is coming to an end. Maybe it's something you see. It's something you know. You're like, this is going to come to an end. In the past, the universe, the natural, like a natural ending cycle. In the sky, the emperor. This is about being in charge, dominion. In the immediate future, the Queen of Discs. She comes up a lot. She's been coming up a lot. The Queen of Discs and the Queen of, mostly the Queen of Discs and the Queen of Fire, the Queen of Wands. But this is the Queen of Discs. So this is the sustainer of the element, the sustainer. Whereas the king has dominion, it's the queen that has the real power, honestly, because she knows the value of work, how it's seen from the outside. Something coming up, a new idea, a new creative spark, a little tiger on the tail there. Very sort of almost dangerous energy, but not purposefully dangerous energy. It feels just like a spark of creativity. Domestic situation, the Hermit. So you're staying close to home. This is the card for the year, so this is not a bad thing to do. It really is about doing some research, exploration. You might be, you might, I, there's a possibility that somebody who's in charge, you're seeing the problem and you're evaluating what that's going to mean. We have the Prince of Cups in the hopes and fears. This is the Biden card. Maybe some of you were wishing that Joe Biden was still president. I don't know. But you hoping for compassion, hoping for a leader to be compassionate, hoping for a leader to be compassionate. Out come the Princess of Swords. There's a troublemaker. There's a troublemaker around. This is somebody who stands up for the truth, who doesn't take any BS, who is kind of young enough to be impulsive enough to take that first swing. Um, let's see, the High Priestess. Something is, something is being uncovered. I almost feel like this all looks like whistleblower stuff to me. I don't know if you're a whistleblower. Um, but it's time for the truth to come out. Taking your power Transformation of death of oppression. The death of oppression, taking your power and the death of oppression. Wow. Wowsy, wowsy. These are pretty powerful cards. There's a 10 of Wands and a 10 of Swords in this read. And 10s are about endings. Endings and then new beginnings. And then of course in the past we have the ending of the endings and the beginnings. The ending of the ending cards and then the new beginning, which is the World card. So a cycle has come to an end. A cycle has come to an end. If you're wondering if people in power are going to come to a bad end, this would be a yes, if that's the question you're asking. And it's gonna and whatever gets exposed is gonna get exposed through youth, somebody young, somebody who doesn't have a lot of one of the reasons why I think we we're always willing to like you know get in the fray when we're younger is because it's like we don't have anything anyway. You know what I'm saying? We have the whole world in front of us. We see the world as potential, and being righteous is sort of an attractive thing, and a thing we strive for. As you get older, you get then you have other people you're worried about, and then you have stuff, and you don't want to lose your stuff. So this is really feels like there's an energy of the youth coming in, but I feel like it's under the influence of the mother energy, the earth energy, the let's value the earth sort of energy. So this I almost feel like in these cards anyway, the masculine is being held to task, the feminine will hold the space, and the newness is coming in, the new ideas are coming in, and a secret will be revealed. So that's what these cards say to me. So I hopefully you can make sense of that. And I am going to also pick star seed. I was going to say space seed, but that's not it. Starseed Oracle for you guys, for Gemini. All right, for Gemini. For Gemini. Okay, here we go. Star bathing. Ooh, I think I like this. Light body, crystal grid, transmission, and activation. Okay. Okay, here you go. Beautiful card, as all of them are. Here we go. It says the stars are constantly showering emanations onto the crystalline grid of Earth. When things are in balance, the planet also sends information back to the stars. Many star seeds have come to Earth at this time to help shift the planet vibrationally, to activate the ancient codes of wisdom that humanity has forgotten. And all of that information is stored in the crystalline grid. If you pull this card, you may be being called to begin working with the stars and with the crystalline grid of the earth. Some people believe that the crystalline grid of the earth anchors divine cosmic frequency onto the planet. You may be guided to journey to a particular place on earth to unblock these cosmic codes, with your presence. You may also be interested in a practice called star bathing. Download a star bathing meditation at www.starseedsoracle.me. This card commonly arises because you're here to connect with the crystalline grid of the earth. either in your hometown or by traveling to other places without quite knowing why. So this is really about sort of walking the earth, honestly, or being called to a specific place on the earth. Um, wow, pretty interesting. The crystalline grid. Well, I imagine if anybody could do that, it's you. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you again next month for the Taroscopes for March. Until then, please take care of yourself. The energy is very challenging right now, and self-care is vitally important. Going with the flow is vitally important, and sharing your knowledge is vitally important. So take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again next month. Take care, everyone. Namaste.